And that's why we saw Leggio fuming.
David Leggio gets a penalty. 2 minutes for playing without a helmet. Oh, and we're back here on Crunch and Game Updates and Time Warner Cable Sports. And it's a crunch! Lamakia Honda power play!
Goaltenders need not serve minor penalties. Someone will be in the sin bin in Leggio's place.
Johnson taking the face-off.
Tyler Johnson.
Syracuse!
Against Rick Schofield.
Rick Schofield for Rochester.
Up front for the Crunch, it's Johnson, Palat, and Danik. Barbario and Connolly man the board.
Syracuse wins the face-off. Barbario. One-time shot. Save off the body of Cody McCormick.
Seventh in the league on the
Hilarious leaves it for
solid 11 goals over the course of their 8-game win streak on the
defenseman.
Almost 30% on the power play during that 8-game win streak. Here's
Johnson to Palat.
A hat-trick against Rochester.
Palat to Johnson.
Johnson and Barbario.
The Barbario to Johnson. To Palat. To Johnson. To Palat. Right to the middle.
Jams it to the corner. Palat reaching. Pesic knocks it away. And the Amherst send it.
Pesic knocks it away and clears.
Hellenius makes the stop.
Hellenius stops it for Barbario.
Johnson enters.
Johnson into the zone.
Angles it behind. Picked up by Palat.
Picked up by Palat. Defended by Biega for Rochester. Rochester brings up Ellis shot. Glove save. Hellenius and he hangs on for the face-off.
3 shots for the Amherst, including one short-handed right there. Ellis, former Buffalo Sabre, just a couple of games here with the Amherst this season, putting on the Jets. And Barbario, the only man back. So an offensive zone draw for Rochester coming up.
Offensive zone draw for Rochester coming up.
So Gudis.
Gudis has it for the Crunch. To Terramina.
Up with Wyman.
Up with Wyman. Leggio leaves it. Gudis.
And Terramina.
To Terramina. Back to Gudis. Deflected out of the zone. Gudis has to go retrieve it in his own zone. Oh, excuse me. Terramina has to go retrieve it in his own zone.
He's an offensive-minded defenseman.
Gudis.
As Gudis gets it ahead for Wyman.
To Wyman. How about the blue line?
More intimidating defenseman in the league.
Gudis was the more intimidating defenseman in the league.
Kyle Wilson from Colgate. Those two played against each other in college.
Those two played against each other in college.
Keeps it in the zone for Wyman. Across for Gudis.
To Gudis.
Richter
shot. Rebound!
Wyman had a chance.
High.
Over the crossbar into the protective screen.
Crossbar into the protective screen.
Both sides 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Puck movement that time by the Crunch. Trying to set up Wyman in front.
Trying to set up JT Wyman in front.
Leggio at the top of his crease.
Leggio at the top of his crease, making the additional 6 stick saves.
The top of the goal. Wyman has been one of those players between the
There's a face-off right in the neutral zone. Rochester wins it.
Yet this season. Well, he was there for the second half of the year with Tampa Bay last season.
Rochester has the puck. Gauthier the Duke.
And with lots of
clear, dump it all the way down line. Nightingale misplaced the puck to Ellis of Rochester. Oberg has it for Syracuse. Schofield
on the near side.
Shot.
In front. Jared Nightingale knocks his
knocks his way to the boards.
Emmerich set up the attack.
Schofield waiting. Shot blocked.
Jerome Gauthier the Duke
could keep it in the zone.
Nightingale teamed with Evan Oberg on defense.
Nightingale teamed with Evan Oberg on defense.
Connects with Brown.
To Tyrell.
Johnson coming to the middle. Tyrell takes it.
Off the back of the net center. Covered up by Leggio.
Evan Oberg and Jared Nightingale really settled in, developed some chemistry as a detail. That chemistry was thrown off a little bit when you had a couple of guys come down from the Lightning. Brandon Nicholson, a defenseman, and PC LaBrie, a forward. Those two guys sent to the Crunch on a conditioning assignment, which lasts for 2 weeks. And that conditioning assignment.
Johnson taking the face-up for Syracuse. Adam for Rochester.
For a week or two, because he was a veteran, and AHL rules stipulate only so many veterans are
Rochester.
allowed to play in one
Syracuse
game.
has the puck. Big man in their own net.
Paddock tries to center.
Paddock tries to center.
Angling one in front. Banked it off the inboards. Couldn't quite get it to
Palat has it.
So now Palat. For
Barbieri shot wide.
Wide right. Chris Miller.
Chris Miller has it for Rochester.
Behind his goal for Viega.
Viega.
Here's Tarnowski.
Tarnowski.
Missed the puck.
No icing.
Got it down.
Barbieri.
Helps it along for Cote.
To Cote.
Amherst making changes.
Amherst making changes.
Syracuse trying to get it going.
Johnson.
3 shots aside here.
3 shots aside here.
As Johnson works it along. And in comes Brett Connolly.
Brett Connolly has it for the Crunch now.
Knocked to the ice.
Knocked to the ice by Rochester. Whistle.
Closing his hand on the puck is assessed.
Closing his hand on the puck is assessed.
Through this first period.
So the play is stopped.
Brett Connolly has been somewhat under the radar because he hasn't had one of the hat tricks. He hasn't put up those huge points like a 3-point night. Andre Palat had a couple of those. But he's been consistent. 14 games, including yesterday. Points in 13 of those. Connolly into the box now, though.
Syracuse coach penalty to number 28, Brett Connolly. 2 minutes closing hand on puck.
15 minutes in the lead. And Connolly with a couple more, though he's not one of the guys who
The shot by Rochester. Save.
On the season for Connolly. He's just got 47. This will put him up to 49.
Rochester's Legio leads it.
7 shy of 200, just for a point of reference. So second
power play for Rochester. Chris Miller has it for Rochester.
Terramina forces it to the outside.
Terramina forces him to the outside.
He gets it back.
Over the time.
Mancari
shot. He scores.
9th point against the Crunch this year for Mark Mancari, and the Amherst score a power play goal.